philosophical question. Is it possible to create time travel? And we have quite interesting theory from physics department. And this is theory, Professor Albert Einstein theory, how to jump into the future. How to jump to the future. But this theory, it have contradiction. This theory have contradiction. Theory says that, for example, just jump into the future, not possible. To jump into the future, car have to start to move with the speed of light. If, for example, car moving with the speed of light, then time starting to flow slowly, time ticking slowly. So, why this theory kind of not working? Because, for example, on this car, time starting to tick slowly. Time starting to tick slowly. And on this car, time ticking not slowly. And for example, this car which not moving, it would be just stay and not moving 25 years. And the car which flying with the speed of light will fly 25 years. And clock on this car would be slow, ticking slow, not fast. This is 25 years flying. And when it's come back, here past 25 years and here past 25 years. Only this car the clock was ticking slowly, but this was flying 25 years. It's make distance with speed of light, which 25 years. And this coming back after 25 years. Here 25 years, here clock was slow. And how happened jump into the future? How come here 25 years and here come 25 years? How here become 50 years? This only 25 years passing, here only 25 years passing. How, when it's returned back, how this clock will jump into the future? Because here 25 years, that means on Earth have to be 50. This was flying 25 years. This was stationary 25 years. It coming back. How this time will change here? This was flying 25 years and the clock was ticking slowly 25 years. And here was normal ticking, but also 25 years. When this coming here 25 years, here 25 years, how this car jump into the future? So this is very strong contradiction, which shows that jump into the future will not happen. Okay, let's do a little bit paperwork. And this is famous experiment of Albert Einstein. There is two clocks. One clock going to move with speed of light, other would be not moving. This would be immobile, stationary clock, which will... And then it's possible to compare how time going to run in this clock and how time going to run in this clock. And Professor Albert Einstein used only 2 times, but here actually not 2 times, there is 4 times. There is time of the body of the clock and time of the light of the clock. Exactly the same here. This would be time of the body of the clock and time of the light of the clock. There is 4 times and they would be flowing differently. So let's run this experiment again to double check what's going to happen. But let's little bit improve this experiment. For example, we will release the light, which is jumping, we just will release it. And then it would be more easy to compare how time behave, because the clock, they're going to move with the speed of light. When we release the light, light would be moving with the speed of light. Then we'll see that time, for example, is flowing of the time of the body of the clock flowing exactly the same as time of the light, which jumping here. Because it will start to press each meter. The size of the clock is 1 meter, and each meter it will press the button. Light will press the button, and exactly the same here. When body of the clock will move with the speed of light, it exactly the same will press the buttons. Each meter, this clock will press the buttons. And then we can see that light which jump in here, the time of the body of the clock run exactly the same. But light which jumping in this clock, which is moving, would have different time flow. So we now have to find somehow how this clock going to slow down. Because as it possible to see, this time of this light tick exactly the same as body of clock which moving. They're exactly the same, millimeter in second in second. They tick, the light move, tick, the body of the clock move, tick, the light move, tick, and there, for example, this is finish line, and when body come to the finish line and light come to the finish line, they cross the finish line in the same second. They tick this line simultaneously. So there is no slow down for any second. This second to second, they are time ticking second to second. There is no any slow of time. Exactly the same as with car. When one car was flying with the speed of light 25 years and other car was just staying in one place, their time ticking exactly the same. And when it's coming, there was no jump into the future. This car was flying 25 years and this was standing 25 years. And that's what we so far so good to confirm. So, but this time of this light is flowing differently, because this trajectory of this light is just straight line, but this one jumping like this. So let's find out and try to compare this light with this light. What is difference? Is it how this light slow down? What's going to happen? And to compare them, it necessary to take this light, and move it into the center of the clock. Then we would have points of synchronization. The time of the light would be synchronized in this point, in this point, in this point. And what is more, very interesting fact, that they crossing and coming to the finish line and tick this finish line exactly in the same moment. This light, which is jumping here, and this light, which is jumping here, will come to finish line here and tick, because the body of the clock come and they tick simultaneously. This light, together with the body, come and tick this line in the same. These 3 times they will tick on finish line in the same moment. And in these points of synchronization will happen exactly the same story. Here they will tick this line exactly the same, because this here would be clock, the body of the clock. It's bring this light in this point, and the speed of the body of the clock is equal to speed of light. That means when this light propagates, the body propagates with the same speed, and here would be point of synchronization. Here their time would be equal, the same. So but here time would be different. What's going to happen here? Is it going to slow down or what's going to happen? And this looks like in this place going to be acceleration. The time in this point will become faster. On this path would be faster. The time and speed of light will become, speed of light exceed this speed of light. This speed of light become faster. So this is kind of evidence. Exactly the same was proven. Exactly the same evidence was used to prove that time slow down. But here possible to see that this not happen. Why? Because the body of the clock moving with speed of light, it will cross this line. Exactly in the same moment. The tick would be body touch the line. This light, which is in the middle, touch the line, and this light, which brings the body, because body move with the speed of light, also touch the line. And their time flowing exactly the same, and we have confirmation of this. And to create this path and touch here simultaneously, this time have to become ticking faster and speed have to become faster. There is no any other chance how this can create this path and this will be not faster. So this is outcome. So we double check and we see this result a little bit different because there is more times. Get confirmation in experimentally. We prove experimentally. This is very also strong evidence. That when this car was flying 25 years and pressing the buttons 25 years, this car just stayed 25 years and exactly the same. This was clock on this car and they was jumping and counting exactly the same tick as this car which was moving, and when it's come back, this car was 25 years ticking and this car was 25 years ticking, and this car not jump into the future. This is 100% guaranteed. And but time of this clock was little bit faster, little bit in on the all the way. This become faster and this make bigger pass. This was slower and this make okay. This become faster and this make bigger pass. This becomes slower and pass was slower. But there was points of synchronization when their time was the same. That's what allows them to cross the finish line. So, and now let's find experiment which can prove this acceleration of the time. And this experiment quite interesting. For example, we have two cars. One car would be in garage, and other car would be driving 24 hours, 7-day a week, non-stop. Let's say 5 years. Because time of this car is flowing faster, because this car not moving, and this car, any motion will create this path, this acceleration in time. And this car become older, because it get destroyed. It go here, it take lots of events, because if this stay, this will not take part in weight. This would have no time would be not accelerated and not allowed to get into events where this car going to become destroyed, where it's become aging faster. So this driving constantly and destroy itself constantly, and this small this small acceleration of the time, it's not like create jump into the future. No, this is just small pass, and then point of synchronization, time become flowing exactly the same. Then again, here time starting to flow faster, and then again point of synchronization. So it's not allowed to create jump into the future. It's always gets slowed down by direction of the time. time accelerate, but in different direction. That's what allow to stay two times synchronized together. So, and as a result, it's possible to see. It's possible to do one more experiment that's no mistake. For example, with two cars put in garage, that's no doubt. And two cars would be driving 24 hours, 7 days a week. They will driving like this everywhere, and the result would be the same. These two would be aging smaller, their condition would be much younger, and this car would be looking much older, 5 years, for example, to drive non-stop. They would be starting to break down. This experiment show this time acceleration. Okay, one more interesting question. What going to happen, for example, if this light, this time which created by light and which was here, bring not to the middle of the clock, but bring to the bottom of the clock, because here also would be point of synchronization. In this situation, the peak will increase, the speed of the light will increase if measure here, and time become faster. When, for example, light was here in the middle, then this was positive acceleration, and this was negative acceleration. But when it's moved at the bottom, this become positive, and this become negative acceleration. And when, for example, light move at the top of the peak, then this become positive acceleration, and this would be negative acceleration. So, but what going to happen? For example, this is slow time. If, for example, we move light here, this is new points of synchronization. And what's going to happen if, for example, this is slow time, this is fast time. And if, for example, try to extract be in slow time mode here in the center, because all these lines represent this point of synchronization when time is slow. What is it possible to be in slow time mode and somehow extract this accelerating time, this time which accelerates? And how this is it possible to somehow to see it in real life, this acceleration? Yes, it's possible, and this acceleration is looking like this.
We rode only 37 miles to go. It's amazing, really. He's the closest. He's always the flipping.